We're talking about the fact that we're always talking to our devices instead of each other.
I beg to differ. We talk to one another a lot. Especially you.
What was your name?
Especially you. I need another word for Chatty Cathy with Dave.
Oh, the wind's coming up. We gotta go, you guys. The wind's too much now.
It's been a long, long time coming. It's been a long, long, long time. It's been a long, long time coming. It's been a long, long, long
So what happened?
We lost our hose. Our hose holder opened up somewhere and lost our hose out of the back.
Our sewer hose?
Our sewer hose. I might have a backup. Let me check. I do.
You have a backup?
I do.
Woohoo! Way to go, Dave! Look at that!
Pull that.
Gotcha.
I can't believe we lost that. I'm worried about it. I've checked it. I think what happened is it was bouncing down the road so much on those highways in Iowa that it just opened up and the hose came out. I'm sure somebody was behind us going, hey.
Yeah.
It's really windy. Sorry, guys. This probably opened and then it wiggled. So this shuts like this. I always check it. I'm very adamant. It probably bounced down so much it's eventually opened. And then the hose wiggled its way out. Yeah, it's gone. So I'll have to get a new elbow. It was getting old anyway. We've been using that same hose since day one. So it probably needed a new one.
Okay.
So last night, the French fry trailer came in. I'll show you this. And then Jacqueline just mentioned that the funnel cakes are coming in. So basically we're surrounded by food trucks. Never a dull moment when you stay at the fairgrounds.
Isn't that funny? It's just sometimes we are just like in awe or confused about where we live. We live in some strange places, and here we are in the middle of the, I don't know, fair, but there's no fair going on. It's just life. I am not getting a corn dog or a funnel cake.
What are you gonna do?
RV Life Tip of the Week with Dave.
Hey everybody, welcome to another RV Life Tip of the Week with Dave. I am Dave. Today I'm talking about setting up in campgrounds. Now we don't stay in a lot of campgrounds, but right now we are in Idaho playing for the Grand Design Owners Rally here in Idaho. And so we are staying in an RV park. Now when you roll in, your power cord is only so long. So before you set everything up, make sure that your power cord, and I'll throw in a bonus, and your sewer hose reach the proper places on your RV so you don't set up and you're too far away and you have to move your entire rig. Now make sure you check out the 25% off Trip Wizard in the description, and happy camping. Hey guys, par for the course. We have been outrunning storms left and right since we left Tucson, Arizona about 3.5 weeks ago, and this is what's coming in behind us. It looks freaky. I've been watching all these tornado videos, just shaking my head thinking the pure terror of those people in those people's minds as they go through that stuff. Just watching this come in, and I pulled our awning in, and yeah, who knows what's gonna happen, but we don't have any big trees around us, which is good, as you can see looking around. I mean, we do have a lemonade trailer over there in case we get thirsty. The food trucks are all here, so this is coming in, and we're gonna hunker down and hopefully it blows by. Just got a little bit chilly, which is always a sign that a front's coming through. Here we go. It's so strange to be in Minnesota after being in Arizona, where it's every day was sunny. I mean, we had our rain a little bit, but it was more, you know, 1 day, 2 day. But here, now we're back, and it's just rain, 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 storms. Like I said, I like being here because there you go, hi. We get, we don't have trees around, and that's a big deal, because as you know, in campers, if a tree comes down, it's basically an eggshell. So it's not bad, but we're just riding it out, and that's it. That's the plan. But for now, it's coming down.
We often get asked, what is that thing on the back of your ladder? And I'm gonna show you. Oh, it's not on our ladder right now, but here it is. That is our waste caddy, and we don't use it that often, so we haul it around on the ladder a lot, but when it does come time to use it, it is so good to have. So we've been staying at a fairgrounds for, geez, we've been here, I don't know, a couple of weeks, I guess, and the last time we used it was, I don't know, 10 days ago, something like that. So we don't want to pick up and hook up and do all the things you need to do to drive over to the dump station. Rather than doing that, we are just going to use that caddy. And so Dave is out here getting ready for that. Let's see what he's doing. What do you have there?
That goes on the caddy,
Mm-hmm.
and you carefully lift it. You can pinch your fingers really easily with these on the caddy if you're not careful, so be very careful.
Mm-hmm.
That just hooks there, and you tow it, and everybody stares at you because you're towing your crap down the road.
Well, are we just doing gray water? Because that's the only thing that's full right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so technically it's not that, it's just gray water.
Although, arguably gray water smells worse than black water, in my opinion.
True story.
So now I have to go unlock the caddy. I always lock the caddy because they're $300, $350 caddies. Somebody really wants to steal our used caddy, have at it, but I don't want to have to go spend another $350 on another caddy. So come, I show you.
All right. He doesn't know that I already showed you. I have a question for you. Do you have paint all over your shorts?
These things were on the clearance rack. I wonder why.
Maybe it's tie-dye. Remember that? Tie-dye, or no, acid wash. Remember that? I think that was the 90s, acid wash. Or was it 80s? I don't know.
Here's a big thing. When you're filling this with gray or black, make sure you open your vent, take your vent cover off. Because if you don't, the air has nowhere to go, and it's just gonna go right out of the big hole, and it's gonna go right all over you. So make sure you take your vent off so the air has somewhere to go.
All right, so that's the vent, and that's where everything goes in.
Don't lose that. These are actually pretty fragile, so don't ever step on your hose or pinch it, because these will bend down and it'll stay like that. You can easily step on these and it'll crunch them down, so be very careful when you're working around your hose. Make sure all the
all the tabs are covered because it's easy if you can't see. You hook the top ones, you don't hook the bottom ones, and it's a mess. I've done it on this by the dump station. Thank God I was by the dump station so I could just wash it in, but it's easiest if you have somebody putting their foot on this.
We'll take care of that sound before we put this video out.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
One of the hardest things about it is this is a 15-foot hose. You start to fill it, you have to guess when it's going to be full. Because you have all this liquid in the hose. So you have to make sure that you leave enough room in here to get all this in there. So it's a slow go process. So I'll stop it.
Yummy.
I'll look, I'm good.
That's odd.
Well, I used to wonder why these were clear, like yuck.
Uh-huh.
Now I get it, because you have to see
Yeah,
if you're done dumping.
that's odd.
It's really hard with one person because you have to hold this and do this. If I had two people, one could walk it, and then one could hold this.
However, I am the cameraman right now. You're doing a fine job, honey.
They need to make a little clamp here. Put a clamp here to hold this. That would be nice. I have two hoses. Sometimes I'll throw one on the back of the truck so I don't have to unhook this and I can go back and forth. It just is easier rather than unhooking. You know, this can still have some liquid in it. It's not going to go on the ground because it's kind of up in the bends of it. So I have another one in the truck and I'll use that to dump at the dump station.
Always thinking. I definitely got the good part of this job tonight.
So this is where you got to watch your fingers, because you do this and it's really thin, so you got to really watch your fingers.
It's a great night to be at the dump station.
These are one of the devices that you don't use it a lot, but when you need it, it's huge. If we didn't have this, we'd have to pack everything up in the rig, connect it, pull it out, drive it over here, dump it, bring it back, unconnect, re-put everything out. This is where you want to make sure that all of the tabs are covered. Tab, tab, tab. Wiggle it. Last time I did it, the bottom wasn't connected and it spilled out. Let the valve open to the air. So it kind of holds up before you open the valve. It won't really go out. It's just air. Everything's air in the tanks. It's all about air. Air, air, air. Everything's air.
Huh.
So how many of these do you think you'll do?
3 maybe.
And then we're hoping that that gets us about a week. Really glad that we have this. There he goes, off to get another load. I'm gonna meet him back. Oh, I wanna show you something else. So like I said, we're at this fairgrounds. They were supposed to have a carnival and then we got a ton of rain. So they said they had to call it off, but all of the vehicles are parked here. There's a giant lemon. There are rides and everything over there too. It just seems kind of funny because they're all parked along there and usually you just see them at a carnival. Aw, cute. Funnel cakes, corn dogs and tater tots. Not very healthy food, just saying. That one looks scary. And it goes on and on. The interesting stuff that you see on your travels. Not like being in a house where you stay in one place and you just see your neighbors and that's it. You see some really cool and just different things out here. All right, time to get back. Hopefully Dave will be done and I won't have to do a thing. Awesome. Welcome to another Healthy Living Tip with Jacqueline. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about your environment and how living in such a small space, it's enclosed, and so when you're cleaning, if you're using cleaning products that have a lot of chemicals in them, those are going to be in the air. So one tip, of course, is to make sure that the area is vented. So put your fans on when you're cleaning so you're not inhaling all of that. But I have another good tip. You can use some products that you probably already have in your RV to clean, and they are safe and chemical free. You've got rubbing alcohol, table salt, baking soda, lemon or lemon juice, and white vinegar. Now you can use a combination of these. For instance, glass cleaner. You can use rubbing alcohol and white vinegar in a spray bottle, and you can have a streak-free mirror with that. You can also use as kind of a paste so that you can have a scrub for things. You can use baking soda and table salt. And then white vinegar is actually a really good just overall cleaning product. You can put that in a spray bottle. You can add a little lemon juice or lemon rinds for some scent in that. But the point is, you don't have to use all of those harsh chemicals, and you can still get a nice sparkling clean RV. Now I coach a health program where I do help people to lose weight and get healthier. If you're interested in any information on that, go ahead and email me at theborderhookups@gmail.com. And here's another client transformation. And that's been another Healthy Living Tip with Jacqueline. Be safe. So it's move day, and we're having issues. Our refrigerator is not cooling to the temperature that it should be, nowhere near actually. And we had a lot of frost on the freezer, so that was the first thing I did. Was yesterday I took everything out and melted away all of the frost, cleaned the entire refrigerator, thought it was cooling, and it is not working. So the refrigerator itself is not cooling. The freezer seems to be cooling. We think it's an issue with the fans, although now I hear the fan. Recently we had not been hearing that. Dave's back with ice. You can hear him out there.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Yep.
So I asked Dave to go and pick up more ice because I'm going to have to put the stuff in here, and then we do have a soft cooler as well. But today's just not a good day because we have to get down the road, and when you play music, you have places you have to be. So anyhow, that is what we are doing today, and that is the issue we're having today. But you know, we've had this RV for just over 4 years now and traveling down the road like all the time, so there are bound to be issues, but that's what we're doing. Definitely leaking. Just filling some bags with ice, and I'm going to put these in the freezer since it feels like the freezer is somewhat cold, and we'll just keep those things that way until we get to our friends, and then we will borrow their freezer. So I think we'll be okay, but it takes a little bit of time and time away from us packing up and getting ready to go down the road. Unfortunately, life is full of challenges when you're on the road. We can do it. Currently it's about 55 degrees Celsius in that freezer. It's got a long way to go. It's nice to have an extra thermometer that you can have in your refrigerator and one in your freezer so that you know what temperature your food is at.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another episode of the Border Hookups. Please remember to subscribe and ding that bell so that we can let all of you know as to when we have more episodes coming out.
If you like what you saw in the video, give us a thumbs up and give us a comment so we can answer you and so we know what you're thinking. And consider becoming a member, and we'll give you some behind the scenes content and fun stuff like that.
And we have Norm from Mountain Beaches banging away in their barndominium.
Yep, he's working hard. We hope to see you guys out here.
See you out here.